Doug and Ellie were high school sweethearts. Both grew up in working-class families with Irish roots in Port Colborne, Ontario. They were married in the summer of 1950, right after school ended, and I came along soon after that. Before long, Doug began his long career as a schoolteacher. This picture was taken right after we moved to a rented farmhouse near Burlington, Ontario. By that time, there were 4 kids. Ellie drew and painted all her life. It was on the farm that she first began to experiment with abstraction.
On the farm, I would feel very, very frustrated and upset and would have periods of real depression and felt I was the only one. Because all the other women around, I would hear them hanging up their clothes and talking about the soap and how white they got theirs, and they'd be polishing their floors, and this has got me into politics, was this thing that I was supposed to be a consumer of all this stuff. And I didn't want to do it at all, but yet it was frustrating because unless I did it, I was a bad mother and bad wife, and that I didn't have a nice home.
Our family was excited when we had a chance to move to Toronto in the mid-60s. My mother went to art school. Her work became increasingly non-representational. She was now painting washes of rich color in waves across large canvases. A well-known gallery owner invited Ellie to mount a one-woman show. It was a big success. Much was made of the fact that Ellie was a wife and mother as well as an artist. My parents were able to use the money Ellie made towards a down payment on that house downtown. But Ellie was uneasy about the commercialization of her art and her conflicting roles.
It was all supposed to be my pure feelings about things. It wasn't supposed to be, I'm going to sell this stuff, you know? I had this romantic notion that I was this lonely artist that was fighting against the world, fighting against my family and the circumstances of having 4 children and a husband in working downtown, and a studio. The only peace I had was in working on the paintings. The only feeling of flowing naturally was in the paintings, and this is why I suppose I paint the way I do. Now, I'm going to work on this Viridian green painting, and I decided that I would be very pure about it and work from the very, very palest wash into raw canvas, and then build up the layers, working on a curve. But each one of these curved edges is done spontaneously. I don't plan this at all ahead of time. This is what I like. I like to see what I do, and then what the paint wants to do, and what the curve is that's already there, how it directs my movement.